Today, I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Tomas de Villanueva. Saint Thomas is also known as the patron saint of charitable societies and orphans. He was born in 1488 in a small Spanish town of Fuenllana into a wealthy family. His birth name is Thomas Garcia Martinez, and his family was known for selling clothes, fabrics, and leather goods. Though he was born to a wealthy merchant family, his mother taught him how to be charitable and help poor people. As a boy, Saint Thomas also showed signs of both intellectual brilliance and humility. Later, his family moved to a town called Villanueva de los Infantes in Spain. This town would later become part of his legacy. From there, he pursued higher education at the University of Alcalá, where he studied arts and theology at the age of 16 years old. After studying, he became a professor of philosophy, theology, and arts. But he had no interest in a life of prestige. He longed for a simpler, more spiritual life, and so he joined the Order of St. Augustine when he was around 28 years old. When he became a priest, he made a decision to abandon worldly comforts and give up all luxury in his life. It was known that every coin he earned or received, he would give it to the poor. He often walked the streets barefoot, offering his cloak or even his food to beggars. He once said that charity is not just giving alms, but making the poor feel they are not forgotten. Later, his deep compassion and wisdom caught the attention of King Charles V, who appointed him Archbishop of Valencia in 1544. St. Thomas didn't want the honor. He literally tried to run away from it, but obedience won, and he accepted the role. Even as Archbishop, he lived in simplicity, sleeping on a wooden board, wearing worn clothes, and giving most of the church's wealth to orphans, widows, and the sick. Under his leadership, the Diocese of Valencia flourished. He reformed the clergy and built schools and even set up systems to care for the city's poorest people. He refused luxuries and said, "What use are riches if the poor are dying of hunger?" But years of humility and service took a toll on his body. In 1555, at the age of 67, St. Thomas fell seriously ill. On his deathbed, he had no possessions. He had given up everything away, even his family's inheritance. His last words were of peace and surrender to God. When he died, the entire city mourned, the poor especially, for they had lost a true friend. But his story didn't end there. After his death, stories of his miracles and kindness spread across Spain and all over the world. People began to pray through his intercession, and many claimed healing and help. In 1658, Pope Alexander VII canonized him as a saint, and he became known as the almsgiver of the poor. Today, he is venerated as the patron saint of charitable societies and orphans, and his feast is celebrated every 22nd of September. If you like stories like this, follow, like, and subscribe.